Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the 300. So if you watched the last video, I noticed, or I mentioned, how with this car, sometimes when you shut it off, let it sit for more than a couple minutes, and go to fire it back up, it doesn't want to start. You turn the key on, off, on, off, prime it a couple times, and it fires right up. Whereas if you just turn the key on, hit it, sometimes it'll start and die, or sometimes it'll crank forever before it finally hits. So there's a check engine light on in the car. So right now I'm going to run down here to the shop, grab our scanner, and plug it into the car and see what we got. Also, guys, another thing that's been kind of weird that this car has done is I'm hooking this up. Another thing else that's kind of weird that this car, let's see here, barometric pressure low, or yeah, out of range low. Let's see, automatic. But anyway, another thing that this car has done kind of weird is yesterday, or the other day, when we drove it in yesterday too, it did a thing where anything above, or it wouldn't get above 3,500 RPM, it would run up to 3,500, it would cut out, and as long as you held in it, it wouldn't do anything. You let out, it'd run like crap for a minute, and then it'd be fine until you try to get it back up, to 3,500. It'd do the same thing, come down, run like crap, and then it'd be fine. So I'm gonna look through these codes. It looks like there's 3 of them here, and see what I can figure out. Okay, so our other 2 codes here are for, yeah, we know about the barometric pressure low. It showed to be 30. I don't know if that's high or low. I guess it's low, obviously. But the other 2 codes, EGR, position sensor, performance. Now, that's kind of weird. I haven't done anything with the EGR on this car, or anything with the motor at all, period. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up the live data, and then I can come down here. Sorry for the annoying beep, but I can come down here to command EGR and EGR error right here, and I can watch them, and we can see what the percentage is. So I'm going to do that real quick. Again, see if I can get this percentage, and then I'll do some research, and we will see what we can figure out. But the car's been sitting here since about 11 o'clock last night. It's probably 7:30. Started fine. Cranked a little longer, and then it died. That's exactly what it's been doing. See? Just like that. And it's fine. So I'm going to watch the live data here, see if we can figure anything out, and well, I guess we will go from there. And also, guys, another thing, so I started the car, I was going to drive it, figured I might give it a couple little revs, and yes, I know the engine's cold, whatever. It's not actually cold, it's over 100 degrees out here, but just to rev it, it kind of sputters and then goes, if you notice that. I don't know if you can see my foot. It sputters and then it finally picks up and goes. And if you rev it up, it revs up fine, but driving it, again, 3,000, 3,500 is all it would want to do. So, like I said, I got live data pulled up here. So I'm going to take the car for a drive, try to get it to replicate the issue, and see if we can figure out what's going on. Alright guys, so we took the car for a drive, watched the scanner, and it didn't really show anything to be wrong. So what we're kind of thinking was the fuel filter might be stopped up and it's starving itself for fuel, being that it mainly just does it under hard acceleration and then it runs like crap and then it comes back. So it's like the filter's stopped up, it can't get enough fuel flow, and then when it catches up, then it runs fine. So in these cars, everything is back here. So from what I understand, the filter assembly is over there and the pump is on this side. To get the back seat out, all you got to do, there's a latch here, latch over there, pull it up, seat comes right out. So I'm going to do a little more research, but kind of looking at everything now, and what everybody says is that the housing in which the filter screws onto cracks, and they have issues, Chryslers have issues in general with the terminals on the plugs overheating, and people say that that terminal overheats and cracks the housing. So like I said, I'm going to do some more research and see what we can find. Okay, sorry it's dark, but okay. But I went inside, did some research and double prime it here. But I went inside, did some research, and there's a few things. Actually, I'm not going to start it yet. There's a few things I want to check on the scanner. So, from what I could find, it almost seems like the kind of the common, what seems to be common, of a map sensor failure. So I'm gonna look. Oh, look, there we go. Fuel system lean. I don't know if y'all can see that. There we go. Fuel system lean. That probably just happened. So, like I said, I'm gonna check. I want to see what bar is, or the barometric pressure. I want to see what the barometric pressure is before I start the car, and then after I start the car, if it'll start. Like I said, I want to do some looking, and what it seems like is the manifold pressure and something else. I'll have to look and double check. Should add up to the barometric pressure. So, like I said, I'm going to look through here, see what we can figure out, and see what this secondary code is here, and I'll let y'all know what I can figure out. Okay, so I was sitting here looking through the scanner, revving the car up, checking stuff, and whatever else. Now, if we look here, we have one lean code, 2, 3, 4 lean codes, essentially, P0171 and P0174, which are both lean. So if we look here, this is from our stored data. If you notice right here, calculated load, 38.4%. Now, if we also come down here and look at our engine RPM, 639 RPM. So that, 0 miles an hour, 639 RPM. There's really no reason that we should have 38.4% calculated load. So I don't understand that. So if anybody has any ideas, drop a comment below and let me know. I was going to look. Barometric pressure still 30. I think that's probably about where it should be. But this is all the stored data. So if we go into one of these others, well, they're all the same. So that, again, let me get back. So there we have it. Now, if what I read was correct, what will cause that, focus camera here, what will cause that on these cars is if the manifold pressure, the map sensor, and the barometric pressure sensor isn't quite right. Yeah, now we have the little smog light on here. But if those aren't right, then it thinks the engine is more loaded than it really is, and it can change stuff around and whatever else. So, like I said, I'm going to do some more research on this. There's nothing we can do about it tonight because it is, well, this clock says it's a little over or a little past 9:10. So 9:10 on a Sunday, nobody's going to be open as far as a parts store or anything like that. But I'm almost kind of thinking that the map sensor could be our issue. But I'm going to do some more looking into this real quick and see what we can find. Also, I just cut the car off. I cleared those codes, cut the car off, restarted it, and if we look, calculated load right here, 38, 36, and it's bouncing all around, and the car's just sitting here idling. If I turn the air conditioner off, it does drop, but it's still bouncing around, and I don't understand why it senses this amount of load sitting here idling at, hold on, I'll give you an exact 600 RPM, just as it was earlier. So I don't quite understand that, but again, I'm going to do some research, but I thought that might be worth mentioning. Okay, so I don't know if y'all can hear it. You can most definitely probably see it. I have my arm resting against the door panel, and the car is idling real lumpy. Now, back to the calculated load here. If I just give it a quick little tap of the throttle, let me go down, see if I can have RPM. No, I can't. Anyway, if we look at the highlighted calculated load, 100% with a quick little jab of the throttle there, but then falls down to, teens, into the teens. But a quick little jab, a second ago it was spiking all the way to 100%, 88, 73. So I almost think that may be our issue. So the car thinks that it has too much load. It's trying to compensate, but it is not. And then right there, we just got a lean code again. Same two codes. So I think that is our issue. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this thing off. So I think tomorrow I'm gonna go purchase a new map sensor, because I looked and it seems as if some cars, the barometric pressure sensor and the map sensor are integrated into the same sensor. So it looks like this car is like that. Let me cut this thing off. Nope, I'll have to unplug it. Anyway, I'm going to unplug this real quick. That way it's not just sitting here beeping away. Okay, so I went ahead and unplugged that and just stuck it in the console for right now. That way it's not sitting here beeping. But that's what I'm thinking is our issue. Now, I could be wrong, and if y'all have any ideas, drop a comment down below. I don't know. My grandpa kind of thinks it could be spark plugs, and it could be. I'm not going to say it isn't. But if it was spark plugs, it seemed like it would be a random misfire code or system rich, because it's not burning all of the fuel. So I really don't think that it is spark plugs. It very well could be the the filter back there. It could be a number of things, really, but it's just weird that the load is so sporadic, and it jumps around here, there, everywhere. Sitting here idling with the AC off, just to tap the throttle, maybe 20% throttle, maybe, if that. It shouldn't jump straight to 100% load. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. Now, as always, if y'all have any ideas, drop a comment down below. Let me know. I always read the comments in the videos, and if anybody has any suggestions, most definitely let me know. But there's not much I can do tonight except for, look at the scanner, look on Google and whatnot. But as far as getting any parts, I'm limited. And tomorrow, I gotta go drop off a powder coated mailbox, and some decals. I gotta drop off some decals to another guy at some point. Tomorrow's gonna be a busy day. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if we're gonna get to this tomorrow, but we're gonna get this thing fixed up at some point tomorrow. I get a chance to. I might stop and grab a map sensor, because I think they're like $40. So I'll stop and grab one. We'll throw it on here, see what happens, and well, I guess we'll go from there. But from what I can see right now, I really do think it is the map sensor, because of the whole engine load thing. Again, I don't think there's any reason that it should be that sporadic, but actually, let me turn the camera around real quick. Okay, sorry for the terrible lighting. I'm using the light on the visor. So y'all can't see me, but anyway, like I said, I really do think that is our issue, because doing that, if the engine senses it has more load, then it will give more fuel or less fuel. Less fuel, more timing. It can change the fuel around. It can change the timing around. It changes a lot of things around, like in the 6.0, which is right here on the other side of that window. In that truck, with those, if you straight pipe them and do some other stuff to them and tune them and whatnot, just regular driving, they don't smoke. Whereas if you floor it, it's going to smoke. So that's kind of my thinking as far as that goes. But like I said, it's 9:25 right now. There's nothing I can do about it tonight because it is a Sunday. But like I said, I think tomorrow, if I get a chance to, I'll run by a parts store, see if I can grab a new map sensor, and we will go from there. Because I really do think, from the research that I've done and whatnot, I really think that might be our issue. So anyway, guys, with that being said, I'm going to call it a night and go in and get cleaned up and everything. But anyway, I think that is going to be a wrap for this video. So with that being said, if y'all have any ideas, drop a comment down below. If you enjoyed today's video or maybe found it helpful, please drop a like and comment down below. Smash that subscribe button. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope everybody has a great day.